welcome to another Beyond Good and Evil 2 update, and today we're going to start off a little bit weird. I don't usually cover leaks, but I do feel like I needed to round off this video and have it well balanced. So I will not do this again, but again, I needed to bring you some kind of good news to balance out the kind of disheartening news.
Key ingredients to good cooking is love.
A Reddit user by the name of Charlie discovered that the Ubisoft Connect data tracking project detected a quite interesting change in the product listing for Beyond Good and Evil. And it went from Beyond Good and Evil to Beyond Good and Evil Remaster. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt, but if you're interested in digging deeper, there are some links in the YouTube description that you can check out.
Bon appetito!
Now is the time to take a big breath. You might have heard that in early January, Ubisoft confirmed that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in development, and I've been saying that for a very long time.
Damn!
Following that news, a developer that happened to work on Beyond Good and Evil 2 in 2020-2021 for a 6-month period decided to make a series of tweets that were pretty candid, and yeah, I asked him some questions, so we're gonna go through that. Tweet that I came across from Hugo, and I won't say his last name because I don't want to mispronounce it. He was actually reacting to an IGN post that said that Ubisoft canceled a project called Project Q, and it was an online battle arena game. He responded to that saying that he worked on the project right before he left Ubisoft. He says it was a very cool, colorful, positive vibes game. This was killed, but BGE2 is still there. I feel very sad for my former teammates who are amazing people. I hope you are all okay. Now,
What?
you can read into that tone however you would like. Obviously, it's kind of difficult to kind of know where a person's coming from simply based on text. For me, it came off a little bit bitter, a little bit upset, of course, that his game was canceled, but the dig to BG2 wasn't really needed. I wanted to know why he added that. A user by the name of Neng Rev said, I am curious as I wish I could say I am very excited about BGE2. Was it always just an unachievable concept that is artificially being dragged to an incomplete release? I can't see why you would not approve of it, as it looked like a game with awesome potential. Now, Hugo responded, I have worked on BGE2 as Associate Narrative Director for over 6 months in 2021, and there are many reasons why it has been in development for so long. Number one, I think, is the inability of leadership to construct a tangible, understandable, and scopable game vision. So then I responded, are you referencing the development of concepts that were canceled prior to 2016, or are you specifically addressing your time with the sequel that is currently in development? Is it fair to say that the team has likely addressed those issues since your departure in 2021? And he responded, I can only speak of my own experience in 2020-2021 with the game in development at the time. Regarding addressing the issues, I would not say it is likely if it is the same people at the helm, sadly. I would love nothing more than to see the game be amazing, however. I thanked him for his response, and I said, it sounds like you were there during Ansel's departure and when the team was transitioning leadership. Is it reasonable to say that this shift caused or contributed to an inability to cement a unifying concept for a space pirate? Are you able to confirm whether or not the same team you worked under is currently leading development? Hugo responded, I am unable to confirm it is the same team, though anyone can probably look at LinkedIn for this info. It would be easier to say that Ansel was the cause of it all. I believe that too, which is why I went to the project as soon as he was gone, but he was not the only issue. Now here's the thing, I never asked or implied about Michel Ancel being a problem. I just wanted to know if he was there within the transition from Ancel to a new leadership, because if that's the case, then to me that would explain why there was some kind of shift in vision or some kind of problem, something to shake things up. That would make it reasonable for me. But since I don't have enough information and he kind of deviated to something else or thought I was implying something else, I don't really have an answer for that. Now, as far as the whole, you can do a deep dive to LinkedIn, I'm not doing that. I don't think it's fair. There's not enough context. He didn't want to name names. And I also think it's highly possible that the team got their shit together when he left, and not because he left, but because of the span of time that passed by. So obviously this is going to dishearten some people. Some of you are going to say, well, I expected that, or I already knew that, or you fell for the leaks, or whatever it is. As far as I go, I do believe the game will come out. This hasn't changed that belief for me, but I am, as always, wishing that there was more investment in the community development. I think that's a very important aspect, especially when the core community is feeling it, you know? And when your most dedicated fans and most dedicated creators are no longer investing time into your franchise, it is a problem, I think. And maybe it's not a problem. Maybe they're not worried about it because eventually they'll have something to put out and people will get excited again. I think that will happen as well. So who knows? Also, you know, community team doesn't really need the vitriol that will come from it, because there's a lot of vitriol because of all the misinformation and because people are just generally frustrated. And yeah, it is what it is, you know. I leave the doors open if the dev team ever wants to do some kind of live stream. It doesn't have to be revealing some major info. Concept art, give me all the concept art. That's always good. Let me know how you guys are feeling about everything, specifically about the dev, and we'll talk about it later. Bye.